we already talked a lot about how to take care of our body. Let's talk a little bit about our mind and soul.
Okay.
So meditation plays a really big role in Ayurveda and in our beautiful daily life. So why it is so important?
See, first of all, because we are talking about Ayurveda, we are talking about health. And when we talk about health, in Ayurveda, we are not only talking about physical health or not only even about mental health, we go beyond the mind. In Ayurveda, they have described 3 types of diseases: physical diseases, mental diseases or psychological diseases, and there are also spiritual diseases. Spiritual disease does not mean that soul is sick, because soul is never sick. Soul is pure and clean and without any diseases. But there are certain disorders which are actually coming from beyond the mind. You know, they come from more from the subconscious mind, which we in Ayurveda we call it chitta level. There are problems that come from ego level. There are problems that come from also intellect level. So this is the area where medicines cannot reach. Even if we do some kind of mental exercises, they also don't reach. So that's where meditation reaches. So in the context of health and healing, meditation works at the subconscious level. Of course, it relaxes the mind. Now most people think that meditation is something to, some kind of exercise to just control the mind, engage the mind in something. You engage the mind on some light, you engage the mind on your breath, you engage the mind on maybe some kind of sound. So this is what meditation is considered to be. But as you are asking from Ayurvedic perspective, it is a little bit deeper. And if you really go into the real meaning of the word meditation, the word in Sanskrit is dhyana. And dhyana is one of the 8 parts of yoga. It's actually the 7th part, just before samadhi. So that is actually even beyond this what we are talking. Real meditation means that when you realize that I am the soul, and as a soul you connect to God. That is real meditation. There are many ways to connect it. There are different ways. We don't go into that detail, but just trying to understand. So this is a very, very nice topic, I would say, and I would request all the women and of course even men, they should also do it, that you must find some time to at least meditate, and before meditating you should try to understand what is meditation. Because I see many people, they just sit in some kind of a position and they just close their eyes, and I don't know really what they are doing, but they think they are meditating. So first of all, I normally tell people, try to understand that this meditation is something that is beyond even the body, beyond in the mind. You must go to that level, and then you will really enjoy it. Even at this level, physical, mental level, it is very good, but why not to just go a little bit deeper? So this is a simple description about meditation.
Should it be done every day? Should it be a daily routine, meditation?
Well, why not? Our body needs food every day, right? We feed the mind also every day through a lot of things, television, computers and different things. We feed our senses every day. What about my own self? Because I am neither the body nor the mind. I am soul. So should I not receive food? And this is a good question you asked, because I see so many people in the world now. When I travel, I meet sometimes very interesting people. Physically they are completely healthy, there is no problem, all the tests are normal. Mentally also they are happy. Family is good, job is good, business is good, money is good, no problem. But some people actually complain that I feel empty. So this is the soul. See, the soul also needs food, and the soul also needs to be recharged, or needs energy. So meditation is something which actually feeds the soul, and why not? It should be done every day.
It should be fed every day.
Why not? Because you charge your mobile phone every day, right? It's like we are saying that should we charge our mobile every day? No, it's necessary. If you want to actually use the mobile, you must charge it regularly. Similarly, because soul is the main energy, without soul nothing works. When soul is gone, the mind, body, everything is dead. So this is the real energy, and this should be charged. And this is one of the problems in the world today, in the modern world, that we are doing so many things for the body, so many things for the mind, but we don't do anything for our own self. So this is very important. It should be done daily.
That's so beautiful to hear. If the woman wants to start meditation, and if she is a beginner, where she should start? Should she go to the yoga studio, or try to see some videos, or try to just sit in a beautiful lotus position and try to observe her breathing?
Well, the position really doesn't matter that much. You can sit in a comfortable position, whatever is comfort. Some people cannot sit in the lotus position. They are struggling very hard to sit, and because they are struggling, that mind will be diverted towards that. So I always say, sit in a comfortable position, which is easy for you. And then the next step is, first of all, because for meditation we have to have a calm and quiet mind, because we are going beyond the mind. So as long as the mind is agitated, the mind is running, and mind is having a lot of desires or activities, something is going, so you can't transcend the mind. And if you can't transcend the mind, you cannot meditate. That's why many people that are teaching about meditation, they tell you to calm down the mind, to make the mind calm and quiet and relaxed. So I think a simplest way to start for those who are beginners, to just sit down in a comfortable position and observe your breath. Just close your eyes, make sure the outer atmosphere is peaceful, there is not much disturbance, noise going on, and you just sit down and you try to observe your breath. It's very good to start with deep breathing. So when you are breathing, so you expand your abdomen when you breathe in like this, and when you contract, you just breathe out. So this is how you're breathing, but you are just also in the mind, you're observing your breath. You can feel the breath is going from the nose into your throat, into the lungs, and then lungs expand and abdomen is going outwards. So this is how you can start connecting to yourself. Ultimately you have to reach the level of the soul, that you have to realize that I am soul. Because you also have to understand who is meditating. Mind is not meditating, body is not meditating, you are meditating. So you have to also realize who are you, but at least start with this. You can also make a nice atmosphere around you, maybe put some nice aroma, sometimes a very soft and very soothing music. You can also meditate on sound. You just sit down and let this music flow. You just focus your mind on that music, or a mantra. As simple as you try this Om mantra. The Om chant you can find on internet, on YouTube. Just Om, Om. It's very like the vibration itself has energy in it. And you really, when you meditate on this, you will feel so calm, so relaxed. There's a lot of research has been done on this meditation, and it's not just that I'm just talking it just like that. It's all scientifically validated also.
That's very useful. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's talk a little bit more about our mind and about diseases. Is there any connection with it? Because I hear some people saying that our diseases start in our mind.
Well, we can say yes and no. There are certain diseases which originate in the body also. Suppose you are eating something which is not good for your liver. You're eating something which will increase cholesterol. So that is this is a physical manifestation. But sometimes you can connect this with also mind. You can say that if some person is eating wrong food, the problem is in the mind. This is how we explain the point that everything starts in the mind. But of course, we say in Ayurveda there are environmental situations also, like sometimes you catch a cold because you go outside and it's very cold. So it's nothing to do with mind, because the environment is cold, so it affects your body and you catch a disease. So not all diseases, they originate in the mind, but of course in Ayurveda, when we go to the root causes of diseases, So I think it will be very good to explain it here. They say that there are three main causes of disease. One is called pragya parad. Pragya parad means misuse of intelligence, not using your intelligence. This is very interesting. So this is where we can say that when you don't use your intelligence, which means you are, guided by the mind, or you are just, directed by your mind, and you do some physical actions, you eat wrong food, you stay awake in the night, or you do some wrong lifestyles. So then because of that, the physical doshas will get imbalanced. So that comes from there. Second is, they say that improper connection of senses with the objects. This is also beyond the physical. So that is again, we can say that it has something to do with mind. When your senses are trying to connect with objects which are not good for the system, so that's mind is also playing a role there, because mind is the boss of all the senses. It is the master sense. And the third cause described is the environmental factors. So we can say out of two, maybe out of three, the two they have something to do with mind, and one is with environment. So mind plays a role definitely, but also some diseases can arise in the body also.